This week, I had an epiphany. That's a big word, but I was awakened to something I've been wrestling with for a really long time. I have a lot of friends who do not go to church, who don't believe in Jesus Christ. They're what we would call secularist. And they're always critical of the church because of the way we vote, particularly the evangelical church. They say, oh, you're so conservative. You don't want the government to give free health care to everyone. You don't want the government to take care of the poor and so on. And then on the other hand, I've got a lot of Christian friends who want to bring the government into the church and wave flags and celebrate the 4th of July. And it's all about country and worshiping America and so on. And I get confused. Why is there such polarization between the far left and the far right on the issue of church and state? My awakening came Tuesday as we were going through the book of Isaiah, and I saw what the real problem is, and I want to share it with you in just a moment. Okay, we're back. I want to answer the question, what about church and state? I'm going to give you a simple answer. In the Bible, Israel was both the church and the state. It was a theocracy. So when you paid taxes, you were paying the salaries of the priests. America has never been Israel, never will be Israel. There's a separation of the state, which is predominantly secular, and the church, which is the kingdom of Christ. So, in our corporate worship services, we don't put a flag up. You say, oh, that's unpatriotic. I bleed red. Anybody that knows me knows I'm the most patriotic person there is. But in the church, we're talking about Jesus and the kingdom, and his kingdom transcends walls. On the other hand, the far left politically in America, they want the government to act like the church, to take care of the poor, to house the homeless, to do all these social programs, bankrupting the nation. Why? Why do they get mad at the evangelical church? Well, on one hand, they have a right to get mad because the church has abdicated our responsibility as followers of Jesus Christ in the kingdom of God to care for the poor and the widows and the orphans. Emmanuelina, the church that I pastor, gets it. We want all the social programs in the world for the oppressed and the minorities in our community, but we don't want the state doing what the church should do, and we don't want the state in the church, nor do we want the church in the state. We separate them. The far left doesn't get that, and the far right doesn't get that. There is truly in America a separation of church and state. So when you read the Bible, and you talk about God punishing Israel because they didn't take care of the poor, do justice to the widows, and so on, understand this: America is not Israel. The kingdom of Christ resides within the church. Let's go about doing what Jesus would do in this world. God bless you. We'll see you next week on The Way.